In the world of finance and power, few names have stirred as much curiosity, mystery, and controversy as the Rothschild family. Their story begins in the narrow, crowded streets of the Frankfurt Jewish ghetto in the 18th century, where a man named Mayer Amschel Rothschild started a small coin trading business. No one could have imagined that this modest beginning would grow into one of the most influential banking dynasties in history. Mayer Amschel had a clear vision. He understood money, he understood opportunity, and most importantly, he understood timing. He believed wealth wasn't just about coins and gold, it was about networks, trust, and information. As his business grew, he trained his 5 sons, Amschel, Solomon, Nathan, Carl, and James, to expand the family's reach across Europe. Each son was sent to a different major financial hub: Frankfurt, Vienna, London, Naples, and Paris. It was a bold strategy. While most families built one business in one city, the Rothschilds built a continent-wide financial empire. Nathan Rothschild, the son who established the London branch, became the most famous and perhaps the most powerful of them all. During the Napoleonic Wars, while Europe was drowning in chaos and uncertainty, the Rothschilds created a fast and secretive communication network using couriers and coded messages. They could move information faster than governments. They knew which armies were winning, which kings were falling, and which countries would need loans. Money flows toward clarity, and the Rothschilds had more clarity than anyone else. There is a story, half fact, half legend, that after the Battle of Waterloo, Nathan Rothschild received the news of Napoleon's defeat long before the British government did. According to the legend, he used this information to make bold investments in the British bond market, earning an enormous profit and cementing his place in financial history. Historians still debate the accuracy of this tale, but it captures an important truth. The Rothschilds understood the power of information long before the modern world did. By the mid-1800s, the Rothschilds were financing governments, building railways, supporting mining operations, and even funding major wars. They were behind the Suez Canal project, they backed the Bank of England, and they influenced economic decisions across Europe. Their political connections were unmatched. Kings, queens, and prime ministers frequently sought their help. When nations ran out of money, they often turned to the Rothschilds. Because of this influence, the family became the subject of endless rumors. Some said they controlled the world's banking systems. Others claimed they manipulated wars for profit. Conspiracy theories portrayed them as puppet masters, operating from behind the curtain of global events. But the truth, as always, is more complex. The Rothschilds were extraordinarily wealthy, yes. They were deeply influential, yes. But they were not a single entity controlling the world. Instead, they were a network of family-run banks operating in different countries, often cooperating, sometimes competing, but always maintaining a level of secrecy that fueled public imagination. One of the reasons their influence was so strong was their ability to operate above politics. While countries argued, fought, and imposed borders, money moved freely, and the Rothschilds were experts at moving money. They understood international finance at a time when most leaders didn't. They perfected the art of giving loans to governments while securing long-term interest and political leverage. Their wealth allowed them to shape infrastructure development across Europe, from railroads to factories to public institutions. Yet despite their immense power, the Rothschilds rarely displayed their wealth publicly. They avoided the spotlight. They lived with quiet luxury, preferring privacy over fame. This secrecy only added to their mystique. People wondered, if they were this quiet, how much influence did they really have? As the 20th century approached, the world changed. Wars, political upheavals, and new financial systems reshaped the global landscape. Many of the Rothschild banks faced challenges. Some branches declined in power, while others adapted. The rise of central banks, government regulations, and modern corporations diluted the kind of influence the Rothschilds once held. They were still rich, undeniably rich, but no longer the undisputed rulers of global finance. Today, the Rothschild family still operates in banking, investment, and wine businesses. They remain wealthy and influential, but their power is nowhere near the myth that surrounds them. The idea that they control the world's money is a dramatic exaggeration. However, their legacy, shaping international banking, pioneering global finance, and building one of the most successful family empires in history, remains intact. Their story is ultimately a story of opportunity, intelligence, secrecy, and the extraordinary impact that a single family can have on the world. From a small coin shop in Frankfurt to an empire stretching across Europe, the Rothschilds became symbols of both financial brilliance and global intrigue. Whether viewed as heroes, villains, or simply extraordinary businessmen, their influence on history cannot be denied. And even today, whenever people talk about the hidden powers of the world, one name always finds its way back into the conversation: the Rothschilds.